Yo, what's going on, guys? Tony here, back at you with another. Smacked my monitor. Don't know why I did that. But I'm doing this video to talk about the patch notes for For Honor that's going to be going live. It may or may not be live already by the time this video gets out, depending on when I fall asleep, because my sleep schedule is absolutely horrendous. Now, I figured I'd just talk about this. I've honestly kind of been thinking about content in general, and I kind of think I want to do like gameplay, then a talk video, gameplay, talk video, kind of go back and forth on those, because I like doing the talky talks as well. But we don't get patches too frequently on this. This is coming, what? I assume the actual season has 2 weeks to go. And I don't know how long the in-between is. Maybe that's another 2 weeks. So maybe we got like 3 to 4 weeks left before Season 9. So getting a patch out right now, just to kind of see what we actually have to go. I'm going to go through everything, and I will point out the things that I think are decent and give my opinion on them, because that is everything that these types of videos are. It's just opinion. First off, Level 3 bots. Reduce the success rate of defensive moves like block or parry for rank 3 bots. Honestly, I don't mind them blocking and parrying a decent amount of stuff, but don't let them parry any attack when they're out of stamina. I think that's the really annoying thing. I don't think that they didn't mention in their little developer comment on there, but I think that's the most annoying. You can parry my attacks, but if I'm trying to create some out of stamina pressure and you just parry anything I throw, that's kind of annoying. Okay. Moving on to matchmaking. So it says, when you're the last player or the last group in any non-dual PvP session, the match continues with bots replacing players who've left, and leave penalties are deactivated. When you are the last player in any dual PvP or ranked session, you will win the game automatically. Matchmaking system now sorts the tickets by age. If two players have the exact same matchmaking parameter values, the one who's been waiting the longest in matchmaking will be matched first, which I think makes sense. That's a pretty decent change. Not too much to actually talk about on here, but these are decent changes to put in the game. Now we move on to the fighter improvements. Now the first one is Shaman, which is basically just kind of nerfing her actual bite damage stuff and whatnot. So basically, when you could use a bite in a gank situation before Shaman, you could usually get the bite off, and then like your teammate could get like 2 heavies off, and you'd basically be dead. So I'm pretty sure this is just changing it to what once you bite, you can only get 1 heavy off. It's not really a super big nerf, but it's something, I guess, to make that less annoying. Or if someone actually comes in contact, automatically it'll get interrupted. So I guess that's an okay change. Just makes that not as great of a gank tool, but I still think people are going to use it pretty frequently in 4v4. And then we just have a couple changes, like Tiandi has 500 milliseconds of invulnerability frames with the side dodge heavy attacks. Jang Jun has some more invulnerability frames as well on his side dodge heavy attacks. And his zone attack range and trajectory modified to opponents standing behind him more consistently. So those are just a little bit changes on the vulnerability frames, and as well as like kind of how Jang Jun's like, I guess, the distance in which his zone goes across works. And it's okay. I would like them to, kind of see some damage things. Maybe that comes in potentially Season 9, or maybe I just have to read a little bit down on the patch notes, but we'll get to that if there is any changes. But they just need to do a couple damage improvements, honestly. I wish that would have been something that they looked at more frequently. If it comes into Season 9, I guess it's okay, but honestly, we should be getting more frequent patches that actually will nerf and buff damage values, because that's not like you're redoing the entire kit of a character. Now I'm looking at this next one, this general bug fix, and it says adjusted the camera awareness to give more visibility on external attacks. I'm not exactly sure what that means. Camera awareness, I'm not exactly sure, to give more visibility. So is that saying you have like a wider angle to see more attacks coming through, but yet indicators aren't going to be gone through? I'm not exactly sure about this, so this is kind of interesting. I am reading this for the first time. Obviously, I'll put a link to the patch notes in the description below, if in case any of you want to kind of check it out for yourself. Now going on to some general like bug notes. So they fixed an exploit that allowed the player to unlock during a backward strafing attack and reach his opponent from the maximum attack range, sometimes causing attacks that can't be parried. And then they fixed an issue that caused retaliatory attacks like parry, punishes, and deflects to target the last opponent you've hit rather than an opponent who's about to attack you. And these are all the attacks that it actually goes through, so that's fine. The warden change is just like an indicator. the Lawbringer rework you guys have all wanted. Added a new light attack animation transition after the shove, and animations have been polished for the zone attack and some chains. Obviously, they mentioned that the Lawbringer isn't getting touched like first, but hopefully he does get something in the future, because the big lawman needs a little bit of stuff. Looking at Valkyrie, they fixed a couple bugs. For the superior block light costs 6 extra stamina for some reason. I didn't even know that. And apparently there's like some visual effects as well, which isn't too bad. These are just actual visual stuff. And I guess the 6 stamina is something I didn't even realize. But honestly, I don't even use it that much, so it's not too bad for me. And then Shigoki fixed an issue that caused Shigoki to have extra stamina costs when releasing a charged heavy attack. That is actually great because the charged heavies, let's say you throw a charged heavy, gets parried, you're out of stamina instantly. So that's a yikes. It's probably happened to me and I just haven't noticed it. But now that they've actually admitted to it, this is going to make it a lot easier for you to just kind of throw the charged heavies through for Shigoki. Obviously, it's better in like 4v4s, but that is good to know. That's good. Then we have a couple bug fixes with like interactions with Shinobi and Jang Jun, an issue that prevented the Gladiator's skewer throw to alleged victim while attacks being played rather than just at the end of the animation. So apparently this is this Armusha one, an issue that caused Armusha to be unable to attack during his back dodge recovery. I understand maybe that's just like made it so to where you can't honestly like whiff an attack to an extent. Tiandi, let's see, we got fixed an issue that caused 300 millisecond delay before you could change your stance at the end of Tiandi's back dodge. Issue that caused auto lock chain light attacks to be guaranteed after a hit. So I'm not too sure if this right here is the what I mentioned in my video previously, kind of going where Tiandi can get the heavy parry punish with the 2 unlocked lights, basically. So if you threw a light and then maybe unlocked normally, you can get a hit. I don't know if this is going to work for the parry punish as well, because you unlock for both of those attacks. I'm not exactly too sure about that, but at least it looks like they're starting to fix some of this unlock tech issue, which is good to see. And then this one is actually, I think I saw M. Goldie show. This is like the instant chi stance. So it fixed an issue that allowed the Shaolin to skip the charge of time of entering chi by feigning an unblockable top heavy, which I'm pretty sure it was something that he showed off in a video that I've seen before. So this has been fixed as well, so you can't have instant chi stance, which I am okay with. Looking at some of the changes for JJ, I think these last 4. I mean, I guess honestly all of them are somewhat decent. Side heavies weren't being superior blocked. Issue that prevented JJ's heavy finisher to hit consistently on external attackers. Basically his choke, it wouldn't get interrupted if the target is hit or bumped, so they fixed that. The out of stamina heavy openers to not have a correct parry window, it apparently was 200 ms less than it should have been. The mighty backlash used to hit the opponent 100 ms sooner than expected, and an issue that allowed JJ to cancel and feign is basically unlocked finisher after a zone attack. So all this stuff has been fixed. Obviously, it looks like there's been quite a lot of bugs with JJ. I still would like to see those damage nerfs, obviously, but hopefully they come sooner rather than later. Would appreciate that. Now, I'm curious to see if they've actually addressed some of the stuff that I've seen with the feats just not working. So I see remove the ability to activate ground targeting feats during the cast animations. It's not that. You're no longer uninterruptible when casting the feat with Shaolin. Blah, blah, blah. Doom Banner. It's just a bunch of not being uninterruptible when casting. It's basically everything on here until here that... Yeah, basically nothing on the... okay, wait. Nope. I thought this was the change that it was going to be. So it's just a lot of stuff about being uninterruptible while casting feats. It's actually making so where you can get hit out of your feat cast, which is pretty good as well. I don't think you should be able to cast your feats. You need to cast them like in a safe area before you actually go into the fight. I agree with that. But still, I don't know if they just don't know about it. Just talking about the things to where you don't even gain, once you've had your renown, you don't even gain those feats, which really sucks. But hopefully that comes sooner as well. So the feat changes aren't actually as massive as you would see. And now we're on the hero tactics section. I honestly don't even know what the fuck these mean. Like, some of Shigoki's advanced tactics now give better feedback on what went wrong if the move fails. I don't even fucking know what that means. don't know what that means. Someone can let me know in the comments. There's like some wrong input messages and shit. I honestly don't know. I'm skipping past that. Fix an issue that allowed the commander to snap on a player when dodging his unblockable top heavy. Animation with the commander area effect. Fix an issue that causes the collar should not damage the attacker's pikemans. Okay, so these are just some breach bug fixes. Obviously good to see. And then there's map the Kazan Castle. Fix an issue that allowed the player to fall out of the world in a specific area. So I see that this is being changed, but I haven't seen the Beachhead isn't in here, and neither is Forge. So you can still fall out on Forge. And I know that they said apparently that they were fixing Beachhead getting out of the map. So I'm not too sure. I haven't seen it in the patch notes here, looking at everything. Maybe it's just they forgot to put it in there, hopefully, because I hope that gets patched, because that's one of the easiest out of, there's just no collision on the sides of the map. So hopefully that gets fixed. Now I'm going to read through these UI changes because I'm interested to see what they did, because I think the UI is still pretty garbage. So we have fixed an issue causing inventory count to not update when dismantling gear. Okay, that's fine. An issue that allowed swapping of hero models and customization screen. Okay, you can scroll through each individual entry of the leaderboard and all platforms on console. You can access the player's first-party game card directly from their leaderboard. Wait, that's a thing. Wait, no, that's for console. I guess fix the case where end of match screen could be entirely skipped, leading you directly to next game's character selection without saying you're ready. I don't remember. I don't think I've had that happen to me. Fix the case where you could stay stuck in tactical view for the whole game after a disconnection during face-off. I don't know exactly what tactical view means. Maybe that's the thing where the map is on your screen during the entire thing, which would suck. But that's good if that's getting changed. I'm not 100% sure about that. And then basically all we have left is a couple customization bugs and some PC bugs. Looking at this entire patch notes thing, obviously, like I said, I would give links to it down there. It just seems like a lot of bug fixes, but not like the main bugs that I feel like are the most annoying to people. I honestly think if you're going to release these patches incrementally throughout like the seasons, right? Obviously, you know, like, a feat not being uninterruptible, that's not really a game-breaking feat, but like being able to leave the map or not getting your feats or not getting revenge, I find those to be a little bit more of a pressing matter. Obviously, if they couldn't fix those things and this was all that they could fix at this time, that's okay. I understand that this stuff does take time and you have to kind of identify the root of the problem, be able to replicate some of these glitches that happen. But I would like to see, and I kind of want your guys' opinion on this as well. Would you like to see just, you know, kind of some frequent updates during the season? I don't think it's that difficult to, you know, for damage changes, for, you know, fixing these glitches and everything. You know, it'd be nice to see these get fixed and not have people, you know, kind of abusing them as it goes through, or just kind of ruining your game. I had made my video talking about like, this is just one of the things I noticed, like about how the feats won't go up if your renown goes there. And I played another game and I didn't get my feat, and actually someone else on my team didn't get their 4th feat either in the same game. So that's something that I think would like change in some of the bigger bugs, like, you know, clipping out of maps, falling through maps. I think definitely need to be changed, and I don't see those being like super insanely difficult to change. But again, I'm not a game designer, but let me know what you guys' thoughts are on this patch. Obviously, we're about 3-4 weeks away from Season 9, and we're going through a maintenance, today as you're seeing this, talking about these patch notes. So not really too many gameplay, I guess, improvements, just some like invulnerability frames and just some like bug improvements. Nothing real like big changes to the characters themselves, which I understand they're probably waiting for the actual Season 9 to come out for that, so they can release a bigger patch. But let me know what you guys think about this patch. If you're happy, if you're upset. I'm assuming most of you are upset, but yeah, it's whatever. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you like the format that I'm starting to do, because I really enjoy doing like talking videos and then doing the not so talking videos and gameplay. So if you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Almost at 49K. I love you all. Thank you. Have a good one. It's been Tony. Peace.